I'm still trying to find the right shoe for me. Could this be it? So my favorite running shoe has been discontinued, so I'm still on the lookout for the right shoe, the right successor. I absolutely love the Nike React Miler. Can't get them anymore. So maybe it's time for me to be thinking about the Nike Air Zoom Pegasus. This is model 41. So the Nike Air Zoom Pegasus 41 keeps coming up as a possible shoe to consider for someone like me who's used to a different shoe that you can't get anymore. In my case, the Nike React Miler. It's a very popular shoe. It's a neutral shoe with a 10mm drop, so pretty standard in that regard. High cushioning, so very responsive is what I'm hearing about this shoe. And it weighs in at 266 grams, which is about 9.4 ounces. So not a heavy shoe. And this is known really as a daily trainer, so with versatile mileage, a shoe that you could use for pretty much any purpose in your training. So let's think a little bit about cushioning, a little bit about the midsole. Now, if you're unfamiliar with terminology, the midsole is a bit you can't see in the middle here, so in between the insole and the outsole. The midsole in this shoe features Nike's React X foam, which is an upgraded version of the React foam. The idea of this is that it's supposed to offer 13% more energy return. And not only that, but with improved sustainability. So they're claiming a 43% carbon footprint reduction. So that might give you a bit more peace of mind when you're considering which trainer you'd like to buy. And we'd like to see a lot more of this, I'm sure, with our shoe manufacturers. So this shoe has Zoom Air units in the forefoot and also in the heel here. So the idea there is that this will give you a more springy and responsive, bouncy kind of ride. So I'm looking forward to trying these. That sounds like a fun shoe to me at the moment. So for neutral runners who are perhaps looking for a consistent and comfortable daily trainer, this should be more energetic for you, more versatile. So let's have a look at the upper. So the material that you'll see in this shoe is an engineered mesh that's designed to be light and breathable. The fit, I believe, is a fairly roomy toe box, which I like to see, so I'll report on that once I take these shoes out. So perhaps better suited for a wide range of foot shapes. And in terms of comfort, where they've got all this enhanced upper padding throughout the shoe, so it's meant to give a seamless fit, which could be good for long distance comfort. So really, so far on paper, this is sounding like a very, very versatile, all-purpose shoe that you could use for any part of your training, really. So you might want to know a bit about the outsole and durability of this shoe, of course. So let's have a look. So you've got the full-length rubber coverage here with these improved flex grooves that we see quite a lot in shoes these days. The idea is that this allows the shoe to bend more naturally with each step. The grip is a multi-surface grip, so hopefully that will do the job when we're out there. And this is designed to be a durable shoe, so it's got this lighter, more flexible design. The idea being that you can get quite a lot of mileage out of these. This is a neutral shoe, so don't expect any stability features in here. If you're an overpronator perhaps and you really like to have a stable shoe, this probably isn't the one for you. So more suited for those who have a neutral gait. However, it is designed to be cushioned. It is designed to be a responsive shoe. So really it depends where you stand in terms of your approach to supporting overpronation. Like the Nike React Miler, which is my previous shoe, was not designed in that way, had a slightly different approach, but the support perhaps made it suitable and might be one of the reasons that I liked it so much. So yeah, you can use this shoe for your daily training. You could use it for long runs because it's a soft and bouncy shoe. You should be able to use it for your speed work because it's a light shoe. It's designed to be responsive. I see no reason why a beginner wouldn't get along with this particular trainer. And also you could use this for your all-day wear. It's clearly designed to be a comfortable shoe, designed to be nice and light. So what's the price of this shoe? Well, it comes in at £120. I didn't pay that because I never pay full price for shoes. I think that's $140 in the US. So I always say that I think shoes are overpriced. However, compared to a lot of other shoes, This is actually quite a lot cheaper, so that's definitely something going in its favour. So in summary, what we're looking at here in theory is a responsive, versatile, cushioned shoe, an all-purpose trainer. If you're going to spend a bit of money on a pair of trainers that you want to get a lot of mileage out and use throughout your training, it could be one to consider for that. But never mind all of those stats. You might want to think about how this shoe actually looks. Well, I'm not entirely sure that I've got the best colour scheme here for this particular design of trainer. I'm not too bothered about that, but they do come in lots of different colour options for you to consider. So perhaps consider this shoe if you're a neutral runner, if you're looking for something that you can use throughout your training. But really what I need to do is get this shoe out on the road, see how it actually feels, see how it responds, and I'll get back to you. Okay, so the Nike Air Zoom Pegasus 41, I've just taken them out for their first spin, as it were. So I was quite impressed that they just didn't feel like they were new. They didn't feel like they're just out of the box. So I've just taken them out, just run 11 miles in them, and I didn't really notice them for a while. So they didn't have that sort of new shoe feel where you feel like you need to break them in over a few miles. They just felt pretty decent straight away. They're described as being very responsive and cushioned, which I'll partly agree. So, you know, my first impression really is that one thing I did notice is I could really feel the ground under my feet. I could really feel the road with each step. So although they are quite a responsive shoe, I'm not sure about the level of cushioning. I wouldn't really describe them as a cushioned shoe. That may just be a personal thing because I'm used to shoes with more cushioning. This is a very lightweight shoe, so I wouldn't expect it to be as cushioned. For me personally, I think I would sacrifice some of that lightweightedness, if that's a word, for some more comfort, really, for some added comfort, so that I could have a more comfortable ride, if you like, over longer runs. I'd be tempted to keep these shoes for short runs, really, maybe shorter, quicker ones, and use something a bit more cushioned for longer runs. But it's a good shoe. I could really feel the responsiveness in the forefoot of this straight away as soon as I put them on. That was something that I noticed even just walking in these shoes. So what shoes would you compare this to? Well, there are a lot of shoes in this area of the market. Quite a popular one is the Brooks Ghost, which is up to model 16 at the moment. There's the Asics Gel Cumulus 26, the Saucony Ride 17. We've also got the Hoka Clifton, which is at version 19, I think, at the moment. The Adidas Supernova Rise, Mizuno Wave Rider 28, and also the On Cloud Flow 4. So those might be shoes that you might want to check out some reviews for if you're considering this shoe or a shoe that's comparable to it. So do you like the look of the Nike Air Zoom Pegasus 41? Would you try it? Let me know below. Have you tried it? What are your thoughts on this shoe? Maybe some of its competitors?